Addie. Today we're making vegan meatballs and spaghetti. So I'm gonna start with Beyond Beef, a vegan cheese. This one's a little sharper, like Parmesan, vegan egg, some garlic and onions. This gluten-free roti, like pasta, and it's good, like gluten-free. A few spices, Italian seasonings, oregano, black pepper, salt. And for the breadcrumbs, I don't have breadcrumbs, so I'm toasting bread. Boiling water, I also added oil and salt. Okay. First, I'm gonna start with half a pound of Beyond meat, and then I took 1 tablespoon of the neat egg and mixed it with 2 tablespoons of water, and this just creates as a binder because with any meat or patty, burger, meatball, you need it to stick. Then I'm slowly gonna add the other ingredients. I've mixed in the neat egg, and the other ingredients includes about 1/3 to 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. It also includes garlic. You don't need to put as much as I put, but I love garlic and I want to taste it. You also put onions. And then I'm going to add Italian seasonings. And Italian seasonings includes marjoram, thyme, rosemary, sage, and oregano and basil. So like any herbs, and fresh is even better. I just don't have fresh on hand right now. And I'm gonna put some black pepper, and then I'm also gonna add some extra oregano because I just love how oregano tastes. I'm pretty sure it's in the Italian spice, but I just added more. Then fresh ground black pepper. And I'm going to stir the pasta. Pasta's looking pretty good. Looks like it's gonna be done soon. Yeah, it looks pretty done. So I'm gonna turn the heat off for the pasta. Then we're gonna use that bowl to heat up the sauce. Then after you've added in salt, all your spices, you're going to add your cheese. I'm just gonna add a nice few handfuls. Then I'm gonna mix it. These are gonna be so good. Vegan, Beyond, meatballs. You could also chop up the cheese a little more. But biggest thing is just mashing it down. I do recommend Beyond Meat over all other meats though, because it's made with the least processed and GMOs. Another cool fact about the neat egg is that it's just ground up chia seeds, and the enzymes inside of it create the thickening agent. And so the neat egg has garbanzo bean powder as well, which is chickpea, which is also a great binder. But if you just had chickpeas on hand, you could ground them up, a tablespoon and 2 tablespoons of water, hot water, and allow it to do its thing for a while. And then bam, you could use that substitute in baking or obviously food, just not actual eggs itself. Just egg is a good scramble substitute, but there you go. Then, so today I will be using grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil, I forgot why, but it makes sure that it doesn't interrupt the flavors with its oiliness, and it's also for high heat cooking, so it should sear the sides of the meatballs. So I'm going to start with heating up this to about just medium. You still want the inside to cook, even though it's not real meat. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on the pan. Grapeseed oil. And then we'll mix it with the oil, coat the pan. And so here is our mix. I'm cooking for 4 people, so, and I don't really feel like getting my hands dirty, but if you got gloves or you want to get your hands dirty, you can mount little balls, but I'm just going to use this mini little cookie scooper thing. Okay, now, I'm going to mince the garlic after I get some going, but here's our beautiful meat. The thing is medium hot, so I think it's exactly where I want it to be. And I'm just going to start scooping. These might not be the most round and beautiful, but we're gonna see how it goes. Might need some more oil in the pan. There we go. You can see it sizzling away. Gotta keep moving the oil around, keeps dripping. You can also add flour to bind them more if they're not, you know, in that exact shape you want. And I also put probably a little more filling than I need to. I probably did it to make up for the fact that I had less meat. So you can add more flour and less fillings to give more tight shapes. You can veganize anything. There's substitutes for everything. But Beyond is beyond good. Okay. So I've flipped the meatballs once already, but actually flipped them twice. They should be about good. And I'm surprised they actually kept their shape. So after I'm done with these ones, I'm gonna put them in a thing to like rest. I minced up 1 piece of garlic and 1 clove of garlic and spread it on the bread pieces. And the pasta's still boiling, so we'll scoop in a second. Okay, so I've drained the pasta. I'm letting that do their thing now, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to start the pasta sauce. So today I have with me mezzetta. I'm not even gonna try to say it, but it's basically a spicy marinara sauce. Sorry, these angles are terrible, but it's really good. I tried it. It's got specially imported tomatoes. And I've also left a little bit of pasta water in there because I like my sauce thicker and it's more starchy. I'm also going to be adding zucchini slices. It's a good way to get your vegetables in, and I had a lot of zucchinis on hand. So I used to make vegetable zucchini. This is actually the first time I'm making these meatballs, and I just literally came up with the recipe myself. Got lots of zucchini, but I'm going to just mix it all in, let it boil, and let the zucchini soften while I start frying up the meatballs, and eventually I'm going to add them in. And I'm just going to slowly fold it over. But yes, beautiful, delicious. I'm going to let this boil over and soften. I'm also going to be making garlic bread, and I like to stay as gluten-free as possible. So I have a sprouted grain bread, and it does have wheat, but it mostly has like barley and stuff, and it's a healthier alternative. I made burgers 2 nights ago with gluten-free buns, and then tacos last night. So I'm going to use 3 pieces of their bread. I get them frozen and microwave them to thaw them, but I've already thawed them. So this is what we got. So if you have an oil brush, I highly suggest using an oil brush, but I don't have one right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them, I'm going to microwave them one more time to soften them. And then I'm going to cut them diagonally and I have a special knife. There it is. This is like a butter knife, and I'm going to use it. It has a serrated side. Cutco's no joke. So yeah, cut it down, diagonal. There we go. And then I'm going to have it so, yeah, I'll show you in a second. Just have your pieces spread out. Have your oven at 350 because it doesn't need to be crazy hot. So now we got the bread laying like this. And now I'm going to take the grapeseed oil and I'm gonna like try to pour a little bit on. And every time I get a little dollop, I'm just going to smear it onto the bread. And then I'm gonna mince some garlic after this. You can also just pour a little bit on the pan to get the other side. Actually, it might be beneficial to just do that for both sides. Rub it around. Doing all types of ways today, guys. You gotta improvise when you don't have your right products. Last piece of dough. And my sauce is just simmering away, looking beautiful. The pan is also hot. So I'm done. This is the toasted garlic bread. Pretty crispy. I finished all the meatballs and put them inside the sauce. Delicious. And then these are the prepared noodles, so all you have to do is put that on top. We'll plate on this beautiful take about 2 hearty scoops. Thank you.